Um, Today, what I thought was, I mean, last week I uh, explained to you about the financing of international trade. We learn about various methods, various products. We discuss everything. And today we are going to do some exercises. In real life, how we are going to uh, how we are going to uh, give them or give our customers the trade facilities. Last week also I have mentioned to you, now you guys are maybe you are working in the trade department, maybe executives, maybe senior clerical hands, maybe step managers, right? And I know some of you are uh, corporate guys, RMs, right? So giving facilities to customers on international trade is a very, very important thing. And you have to know about all the pros and cons. What are the securities? What are the exposures you are having? So you have to plan out your facilities accordingly. And always you should know how to mitigate the risk. Right? So with that point in mind, I'm thinking of doing some exercises with you, right? First, we'll do some very easy one, and then we'll move on to the complex exercises, right? Most of the time, I'll try to get examples of past papers, past BIT papers, so that you will get a real idea what sort of a sum you are going to get, right? Right. One of the most important thing in doing these exercises is to concentrate on trade cycle. Concentrate on the trade cycle. Okay, let's see the first sum. You can see the presentation?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine. And please stop me anytime if you can't understand, because I will give you the easiest method. I will discuss with you the easiest methods to do these exercises, right? To give these facilities. And definitely you are going to get a question on this. 20 marks question, right? So if you do the multiple choice questions, you get 20 marks. If you can score at least 14 marks or 16 marks, and if there are a lot of people who get 20 out of 20 for structuring facilities. Whoever who learn this under me, they'll do. And they can teach the others also very well, right? So if you can get 20 marks for this and 20 marks for the other one, for exam, you are through. You have passed the exam, right? And if you do the other two questions, you can easily get a merit pass or distinction pass, right? Go for a distinction. The last few years, only 1 year we got about 4 or 5 distinctions. After that, only 1 or 2 distinctions we had during the year, right? So always go for the distinction. අර අපේ කතාවක් තියෙනව නේද? හඳට ගලක් ගැහුවොත් අපි හඳට ගලක් ගැහුවොත් හඳට we are aiming the moon, right? හඳට ගලක් ගැහුවොත් අඩුම ගානේ වහලෙ උඩින්වත් යයි. හැබැයි වහලෙ උඩින් යන්න ගලක් ගැහුවොත් ඒක වදින්නේ දොරේ හරි වීදුරුවේ හරි. right? ඒකෙන්ද කොහෙලකත් වහලෙට උඩින් යන්න පාස් එකකට වැඩ කරන්න එපා. ඩිස්ටින්ක්ෂන් එකකටම යන්න. අන්තට උඩින් යන්න ගැහුවොත් අඩු ගානේ වහල උඩින්වත් යන්න. right? ඒකෙන්ද ඒ අයිඩියා එක ඔළුවේ තියාගෙන කරමු. right? Fortune Limited. The first sum, Fortune Limited. Right? Our customer, Fortune Limited. That's your import-export customer, trade customer. He's coming to the bank and asking for trade facilities. So when they come to ask for trade facilities, normally they go to their relationship manager. They go to the relationship manager. The relationship manager will have a discussion with him. Last week I gave you certain areas what you have to ask them, right? You have to get the full description of his business and then plan out what sort of facilities we'll have to give this guy. Then we have to think about the security part, right? Then we have to think about the security part. So first we'll plan out what sort of facilities this guy needs, right? The amount and term he is importing on a monthly basis, monthly single import shipment of $100,000. Under LC terms payable 90 days users. 90 days users. Right? Every month he is importing $100,000. 90 days DA. That means he has to settle the payment 90 days after acceptance. Right? Goods are expected within 2 months after establishing the import DC. When you open the LC, the lead time to receive the goods is 2 months. Generally, it takes 120 days to convert goods into cash. So normally, when he receives the goods, he will either send it to the wholesale guys, or he will somehow or other he will sell it, and it will take 120 days to convert goods into cash. 120 days can be how many months?
4 months.
4 months. 4 months. But he has to pay the bill after how many months?
3 months.
3 months.
Yes, 3 months. The clearing charges and custom duty for each shipment is 25% of the bill value. Right? All overhead expenses will be borne by the client from his own funds. You are required to structure a package of facilities to meet the customer's requirement, especially each type of facility and the revolving limit needed for each facility with reasons. Why we are saying revolving limits? All these trade facilities we are giving to the customers are revolving limits. That means once we set up the limit, once they utilize that limit, within that limit, once they do the import, once they utilize that thing, it will automatically get reinstated. Automatically get reinstated. Right? So always, all these facilities are revolving. When you are writing also, you have to say revolving LC issuance facility. Revolving LC. Revolving LC facility කොහම මේ revolving LC අරින්න නෙමෙයි ආ. එහෙම නැත්නම් issuance of LC facility. Right? ඒක ඕන ලියනකොට අපිට ලියන්න පුළුවන් the facility has to be a revolving facility. ඒක විදිය හොඳයි. නැත්නම් misunderstanding එකක් යනවා. Revolving LCs නෙමෙයි. Normal LCs, but the facility is revolving. Right? Okay. When we are going to do these exercises, you do it with me. My way of doing is different from others. But everybody, all my students, they say, so this is the easiest method, so we never miss it. Right? Try to go through read the question and try to mark all this information in one straight line. One straight line. That straight line is the trade cycle of that particular customer. For example, you see I will draw one straight line, and in this straight line now we'll have to mark. This is my customer. Right? This is my customer, this part. They are going to open a LC to import goods, but the value US dollars 100,000. Now, when they open the LC for US dollars 100,000, they will advise to the beneficiaries advising bank, then the advising bank will advise the beneficiary, then the beneficiary will send the goods to him. Right? Actually, we are opening the LC here, but we are advising the LC at this point. Is it clear? Then under LC terms, 90 days usance. 90 days usance. 90 days usance. Right? And then they say goods are expected within 2 months after establishing the LC. Now, here to here, how many months? 2 months. The time duration is 2 months. There is a lead time of the LC. When we open the LC, it takes 2 months. But the second point, it says amount and term, monthly single import. Monthly single import. So every month you have to import. But when you open the LC, it will take 2 months. Therefore, how many times you need the facility for issuance of LC? LC facility US dollars 100,000. How many times?
2 times.
How much? 2 times. You said 2 times?
4 times.
2 times. 2 times. Once you open the thing, once they ship the goods, now facility is over. Until you settle the thing, you can't do anything. Right? So therefore, we need 2 times. And generally it takes 120 days to convert goods into cash. Now here, the cash. What's the duration? 120 days. That is 4 months. To get 4 months to get the cash. Right? But when you receive the documents, the customer has to accept the document. Customer has to accept the document. When the customer accepts the document, what is going to happen? The LC liability will be reversed. LC liability will be reversed. And we are creating acceptance liability. From that point onwards, we are creating an acceptance liability. Right? So, LC liability is reversed. When we open the LC, we create LC liability. And when we receive the goods, LC liability will be reversed and we transfer that liability to an acceptance liability. From that point onwards, acceptance liability. Now that acceptance liability is for 90 days. Acceptance (90 days). Acceptance payment we have to do after 90 days. 3 months. Right? Make it 3 months. 3 months we go. 3 months from now, we will කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. Shock එකට ඉන්න පුළුවන්. That's a sick condition. Then we are talking about clearing charges and custom duties. 25% of the bill value. That we have to pay when we receive the goods. We have to pay the clearing charge. So clearing charges 25% of the bill value. Right? Now all these things I have noted. Now we can go ahead and make only that. Right? Only thing when you are, I will do only the first one, huh? Then after that you have to do. Only thing, when you are giving the answers, you have to give with reasons. See, you are required to structure a package of facilities to meet the customer's requirements, especially each type of facility and the revolving limit needed for each facility with reasons. You have to give reasons. Without reason, if you do the sum, I will give you about 25% of the marks. I need the reasons. Reasons means to understand whether you understood the principle. Whether you understood the principle. Right? Now what should be the first facility? Facility number 1. Issuance of LCs. Issuance of LCs. LC facility. Right? That is number 1. Then you have to write, right? I'm already with that karana, it was one karana. Right? A amount reasons here when I say may right? You can remember when you are in grade 3, okay, classroom two ladies will pluck. 2 ladies will pluck oranges in 4 days. Sorry. 1 lady will pluck oranges in a farm in 4 days. Right? If you employ 2 ladies, how much of time they will take? If it is 1 lady, they will take 4 days. If it is 2 ladies, how many? What should be the duration?
Yes.
Huh? If 1 lady is working to pluck oranges in a farm, she takes 4 days. And if we employ 2 people,
2 days.
they can finish it in 2 days. හරිද ඒක? ඒක හරිද අනිත් එක කියන්නේ? මොකද මේ අපිට හොල්මන් වෙලා ඉන්නේ. තුනේ පන්ති ළමයිගේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහුව මේක කියාගන්න බෑ. Right? Okay. 2 days. 2 days කියලා වලින් නම් අඩු වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද මම නම් හිතන්නේ දවස් 4කටත් වැඩිය නවද ගෑනු දෙන්නෙක් නේ ඊට පස්සේ වැඩක් කරන්නේ නැහැ නේ. ඔප්පුදුරු කතා කරගෙන ඉන්නවනේ නේද? ඇත්තටම ගත්තොත් දවස් 3කට වැඩියයි. හැබැයි theoretically 2 days. Okay? So when you are writing also you do the same thing. Here also what you have to do is to cut and paste. Right? So here to say monthly single import shipment of US dollars 100,000 under LC terms payable 90 days DA terms. That part, the whole thing you have to write. But we don't have to liyagat thagine. Ulangi papers wala books wala liyanna. Monthly single import shipment of US dollars 100,000 under LC terms should be open. Therefore, we have to give facilities to accommodate the requirement. Right? Accommodate the requirement. Therefore, the lead time is 2 months. Sorry, therefore, since the lead time is 2 months, we need 2 times of the shipment value as the LC facility. 2 times of the shipment value as the LC facility. That reason we have to give. Right? So therefore, amount in US dollars 100,000 into what is the lead time? 2
months.
2 months. So we have to give them the facilities to open 2 LCs. Facilities to open 2 LCs. Otherwise, it is not sufficient. Right? That is US dollars 100,000. Right? We have to give the facilities in Sri Lanka rupees. Normally, we give facilities to customers in Sri Lanka rupees. So, therefore,
US dollars 200,000.
Pardon?
The value
Sorry,
is
value
is US dollar 200,000. Value should be US dollar 200,000.
Yeah, value should be. I'm sorry. US dollars 200,000. Yes. Right? And in Sri Lanka rupees, right? Therefore, in Sri Lanka rupees, US dollars 200,000 into 200, that is rupees, how much? $40 million there. Medical bond?
40 minutes.
Rupees 40 million.
41.
Rupees 40 million. Right? So that's the LC facility. Okay. Now, the second facility we need is number 2. Facility 2. Acceptance of import bills. Revolving facility for acceptance of revolving facility for acceptance of revolving facility for acceptance of import bill. revolving facility for acceptance of import bills. Right? What should be the facility? We have to say every month there will be an acceptance. Every month there will be an acceptance bill. Okay? That bill will be settled in 90 days. The bill will be settled in 90 days. Therefore, the lead time is 90 days, 3 months. Lead time is 3 months. Before the first acceptance is settled, we'll have to prepare a facility for 3 of such acceptances. Right? So therefore, US dollars 100,000 into 3 equals to US dollars 300,000. I put K for thousands, 000 into which is 200 equals to 60 million. Rupees 60 million. Okay. Then the third facility is, tell me somebody, what should be the third facility?
Import loan facility.
Import loan.
Huh? Sorry.
Import loan facility.
Import
Loan.
sorry, but hurry again.
Import loan facility.
Import loan facility.
Yes.
Import loan facility. For what?
Pay the bill.
Pay the accepted bill. Pay the accepted bill. Then third facility is revolving facility. Revolving facility for payment of accepted bills. Accepted bills. We're going to pay another one again. Can you see the board?
Yes.
Huh? Right.
Yes.
Right. Pay that. Then amount we know US dollars 100,000 into how many times? How many times? Because after 90 days we have to pay, but you will get the money only after 120 days, 4 months. So there is a gap of 1 month. There is a gap of 1 month. We have to support the customer. So what's the lead time here?
1 time.
One month, then means one time. US dollars 100,000 into 200 equals to rupees 20 million. Rupees 20 million. Right? Now we have done 3 facilities. Is it all? Is it all?
No, sir.
That's it.
No.
Huh? The
Dealing charges. Money market charges.
Yes, we had to give a facility for clearing charges. We had to give a facility for clearing charges. Clearing charges, I'll put it here. facilities. Huh?
Like I need presenting back.
Huh?
Presenting.
Huh?
Set up only the minute. Payment on.
In there on. Right.
Present කරන්න අපෝ. පොඩ්ඩක් Windows නම් මේක share කරලා.
In the no on it.
මේ උඹට ටිකටම ගණන් හදන්න නිසා සර් මේ
Now the facility number 4, facility number 4 is revolving import loan. Sorry, it can't be import loan.
OD facility.
Revolving import loan facility. Make it. Third day. Import loan facility for payment of acceptance. Make it over there.
OD facility.
OD එකක් තමයි දෙන්නේ. අපිට දෙන්න වෙන්නේ OD එක. ඒකට ගෙදෙම OD. Don't give import loan facility. Then it's wrong. Right? මේක දෙකක් තියෙනවා. Payment of custom duty. Payment of custom duty. Right? We can give either overdraft facility or what else? Short-term loan. Short-term loan. STL. Short-term loan. But never import loan. Huh? Either OD or short-term loan. What should be? Then make a matter. That's not over the US dollars. 25% of 100,000 is US dollars, 25,000. एक कोई कुछ काल कर दो नहीं.
මාස 4 4 months.
4 months होना. 4 months होना, right? 4 times होना. US dollars 100,000 into 200. Okay. Anyway, now we have covered all the facilities. Now we have covered all the facilities. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions on that? Do you have any questions?
So the 4 months period, because the goods are accepted within 2 months, right?
I'm sorry for that.
No, for the last question, sir, to offer the STL, a time period of 4 months is taken.
Yeah.
Because the goods are expected within 2 months, no?
Goods are expected within 2 months, 2 months or 3 months or 5 months immaterial.
Okay.
We'll have to do the clearing when we receive the goods.
Okay, right. Okay, sir.
When we receive the goods only, we have to do the clearing. Then from that point, until we get the proceeds, that will be outstanding. Right? During that 120 days period, 4 months period, we get 4 such shipments, which we have to prepare a facility for that also. Right? So now, do you have that? Go to the Haley second.
Yes, so
There
this
is,
year.
huh?
Sumul,
Sumudhu.
Sumul. Yes,
Yeah, Sumudhu. Yeah, there. Sumudhu,
yes.
now, when you want these facilities, you are going and asking these facilities from the bank. So bank will give you the facilities. But in your case also, you are from the company side.
Yes.
So company's point of view also, before you go to the bank, now you may be able to have some judgment of what are the facilities you are going to ask in,
Yes.
and what should be the weightage, everything now you can understand. Right?
Yes.
Okay? Done.
Oh, yes.
Now before I go to the other next question, I will ask you one more question. I will add up one more question. Now tell me, what should be the உங்களை லியாகாண்ட உங்களுக்கு போல first question again. Please list down. Please list down type of securities. Please list down type of securities you need. Type of securities you need for above facilities. Above facilities. Instead of taking cash covers. Instead of taking cash cover. The මේකට ඔක්කොටම ඔයගලන්ට cash cover ගන්න ගියා නම්, right? සුමුදු එලිස් එකට කොච්චර දෙන්න ඕනද මේ චූටි imported. එහෙම නෙමෙයි. ඔයගොල්ලෝ you guys are doing about 100 times more than what we are discussing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now here 40 million, 60 million, 100 million, 20 million, another 20 million. Goodness, right? You have to sell the company to keep the security, right?
Yes.
So without keeping collateral, cash collateral, what should be the security lines or security documents what we can take? For LCs, මේ ඔක්කොම බලලා අපි වෙනම security එකක් අපි බැංක් එකේ RMs තියාගන්නේ. ඒක කව කරලා. මේකට අමතරව අපි මොනවද ගන්න පුළුවන් securities මේගොල්ලන්ට. For the facility 1. Facility 1. Securities. Securities for facility 1. What is that? And one A. Cash collateral පැත්තකට දාන්න. Cash collateral පැත්තකට දාන්න. මොකද? Bankers, credit guys, trade guys, tell me. මේක මම කළා උඩත් එක. One is
Mortgage.
no mortgages නෑ. Mortgages නැතුව මම යන්නේ. Right? Trade finance general agreement. With security documentation. Trade finance general agreement. Trade finance general agreement. මතකනේ අපි මේකම about 13, 14, 15 pages agreement එක sign කරගන්න කියලා. Everything under the sun and moon, it is mentioned there. Right? So even if you go for litigation, there are certain clauses to cover. But apart from all these things, the bank will ask for cash collateral. That's a different thing. Even at that, 160 million cash why the hell customers are coming to the bank? Might as well they can do it without coming to the bank. Right? There's no point. So this is a good cover. Another security. Every LC, the customer is giving an indemnity to the bank. What is that? What is that?
You mean the LC applications?
LC application, simple this. LC application. On the reverse of it, we are indemnifying the bank. LC application. Right? Okay. Then the facility 2. Facility 2. What is that? What is it? Security. A, no, TFGA. Trade Finance General Agreement. B, what is that? Another instrument where we can go for litigation. We can produce their court case. What is that document?
Bill of exchange.
Accepted bill. Accepted bill. Accepted bill of exchange. Accepted bill of exchange. Right? Then facility 3. මේක තව එකක් වෙනවා. මේක තව එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන් අපේ C එකේ. C එකට. 90% of the transactions are done by sea and inland waterways. එහෙනම් මොකද මේකට ගන්න පුළුවන් security document එක. You have to think.
Yeah.
Bill of lading. Bill of lading is bill of lading will be consigned to the bank. Once a bill of lading is consigned to the bank, nothing to worry. Right? So we are holding the goods. So we can sell it and at least we can recover. I have done that for some customers. Okay? Right. Then facility 3. Revolving import loan. A, TFTA. TFTA is a very important part. B, rather. What is it?
Stock.
On.
Stock. Stock.
Stocks මම කොහොමද ගන්නෑ කියලා. මට stocks පේන්නේ බැරි බොරු කිය stocks කියන බොරුවක්. Stocks නැතුව මේ documentation එන්නේ. I am only asking the documentation.
Import loan agreement.
Pardon?
Import loan agreement.
Import loan agreement. That's the indemnity. Import loan agreement. Again, every import loan, you are asking the customer to sign separate import loan application. Import loan application again, import loan agreement. Right? Number 4, facility 4.
STL.
Huh?
STL application.
Short-term loan application or overdraft application. Short-term loan application or overdraft application. Right? දැන් එහෙම ටික තියෙනවා නම් මට නම් මේ 40 million ගත්තට පස්සේ තව 100,000 විතර වගේ අපිට ලේසියෙන්ම වෙලිපර කස්ටමර්ට දෙන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද මේ 40 million අරගත්තා. Now you see when we open two LCs, entire 40 US dollars, 40 million, that's yes, not 40 million, US dollar remaining, rupees. Right? Rupees, 40 million, gone, utilized. Then when we receive the revolving facility, a big 40 million only, then we start, how do we know? We start like a accepted draft වලට යනවා තව එකක් තියෙනවා. ඔය වගේ යනවා. ඉතින් අපිට 40 කියන්නේ මේ සම්පූර්ණ එකෙන් half එකක් අරගෙන අපිට ලේසියෙන් business එක කරගෙන යන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් ඉතින් කස්ටමර්ට වෙන වැඩක් නැහැ. අපිට ඔක්කොම සල්ලි දෙන්න තියෙනවා. Right? We can plan it out. And these are very good tools, good documentation for you to take. Right? Okay. Now we'll go for the second sum. I can't read. Moving. Right. TCP Limited. Right? TCP Limited. Can you go through this, read it, and start drawing the straight line and mark all the information? Right? Then when I start, you can see whether you have marked everything. Right? TCP Limited. Start now. I'll give you 5 minutes to read and understand, and then first read it carefully. Don't start drawing the straight line and marking the items. First read once, and then read it again, and then second time start drawing the thing. You can hear me, no? Lamai, mawa ahena neda?
Oh, sir.
All right, okay.
Yes, sir.
Karan. You have to do these sums on your own. Then only you'll get the practice. Without the practice, it's difficult. Our customer TCP Limited, the business is importers of electrical items. Amount and term, monthly single import shipment of $100,000 each month under LC terms, payable 90 days from the date of shipment. DC to be issued 45 days prior to the date of shipment. Right? 45 days prior to the date of shipment. Goods will be received by TCP Limited 30 days from the shipment date. 30 days from the shipment date. Can you change that one? Goods will be received by TCP Limited. You put 2 weeks from the shipment date or 15 days from the shipment date, not 30 days. Goods will be received by TCP Limited 2 weeks from the shipment date. 1 month is too much, right? Two weeks can be 15 days, right? Goods should be received by TCP Limited 15 days or within brackets 2 weeks from the shipment date. Goods are sold immediately in the local market for $120,000 on 90 days credit terms. The moment you receive the thing, immediately he can sell it in the local market. But he will get the money only after how many days? He will sell it immediately, but he will get the money only after
90 days.
90 days. There are monthly overhead expenses that the bank is required to finance, amount to $5,000 from the date of receipt of first shipment. You are required to structure a package of facilities to meet the customer's requirement, especially each type of facility and the revolving limit needed for each facility with reasons. For each financial facility, state the security documentation to be taken and any special conditions that you would lay down. The first thing among security documentation. Now, on top of that, you have to mention the special conditions that you may lay down. Right? Assume $1 is equals to LKR 200. Can you do it without my help? Start. Now, draw the line and mark all the things. Please do these exercises from home. Otherwise, you won't be able to learn. How many people are on the move, while driving, listening to the following the classes. Online එක එහෙමත් වෙනවනේ. එහෙම කරන්න එපා. මේ ගණන් වල නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරන්නම ඕන. කොළ දිග අරගෙන ඉරි ගහගෙන කරන්න. ක්ලාස් එකේදී මම හරි ආසයි ගෑන් ළමයි නම් හොඳට කරනවා ඔක පාට දාලා ගාන හදලා ඉවරනකොට ඒ හරිය තොරණ වගේ. පිටකොටුවේ තොරණ වගේ තියෙනවා. කවන්නේ නැහැ. ලස්සනයි. You won't miss it. Right. Withdraw. Right?
සර් බෝඩ් එකේ උඩම ටික පේන්නේ නැහැ ඉරන්ද හරිය.
පේන්නේ? මෙයාගේ පේනවද?
තා පොඩ්ඩක් පල්ලෙන් ආගන්න.
මෙයාගේ?
ඕකේ සර්.
Okay. Now you can see. Now you can see. Hello.
Yes sir.
Yes. Okay. Now what's the TCP? Yeah. This is my TCP customer. Monthly single import shipment of US dollars 100,000. US dollars 100,000. මේ මේකට පුරුදු වෙන්න 100,000 කියන එක K වලින් දාලා crores වලින් ඉන්දියන්ස් වල දාන්න මේමයි crores. ඒතර ලේසි අපිට payable 90 days from the date of shipment. 90 days. From date of ඒ ගාන චුට්ටක් චේන්ජ් කරමු. ඔයගලන්ට මේක මට මේක කරත හැකි කරලා මේ සිටුේෂන් එකේදී මේ ගාන වාග්ගන්න කළොත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ කන්ෆියුස් වෙනවා. Therefore, can you do these amendments? DC to be issued 30 days prior to the date of shipment. Do it like that. DC to be issued 30 days prior to the date of shipment. Goods will be received by TCP Limited 30 days from the shipment day. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මැද කැලිය අරගෙන ඉර වෙනවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ. Right? Goods will be received by TCP Limited 30 days from the shipment. Earlier I said 30, I amended to 15 now. I'm going back to 30. The top one I'm reducing to 30. Is it clear? Confused then? Sumudhu, is it confused?
No, sir, it's okay.
It's okay. Right, fine. Right.
Can you give us 2 minutes to finish ourselves
Yes, yes.
with the changes?
Yeah, okay, good. Once you're ready, put a shout. Right? Okay. Now here, LC to be opened, DC to be issued 30 days prior to the date of shipment. This is the date of shipment. This is date of shipment. Date of shipment is this, right? So we have to issue the LC 30 days before the 30 days before the shipment date. 30 days ki 1 month 1 month before the shipment date, because these people we have to give them sufficient time to manufacture the goods and to prepare the goods for shipment, right? 1 month before the shipment. And the shipment will take, from the shipment date, it will take another 1 month to receive the goods by TCP, right? So altogether, the lead time is 2 months. Altogether, the lead time is 2 months, right? Then we have to, once we receive the thing, then we have to accept the draft. This is to be issued for goods. Goods are sold immediately in the local market for US dollars 120,000 on 90 days credit term. Now, once we receive the goods, we immediately sell the goods in the local market, and we will get the payment. We will get the payment in how many days? 120 and 90 days.
90 days.
3 months. To get the payment, you need 3 months. Right? That means from the time we receive the goods and up to the time we receive the money, 3 months. Their monthly overhead expenses that the bank is required to finance is US dollars 5,000 from the date of receipt of first shipment. At this point, overhead expenses US dollars 5,000 per month. Right? Then this 90 days LC payable 90 days thing from the 90 days from the shipment date. Then when we are going to pay the bill, after how many months? When we receive the bill, acceptance bill, we will accept the bill, right? And the bill has to be paid 90 days from the date of shipment. Then after how many months we have to pay the bill?
2 months.
Louder.
2 months.
2 months from goods received. Very good. Who gave that answer?
Sumudu.
Huh?
Sumudu.
Huh?
Sumudu and Ajit.
Okay, good. Right. Okay. All right. 2 months from the goods received. Hey, 1 month then to be given. Okay. Then here. Bill payment. Bill payment. This is the 2 months. Bill payment. Okay. They will get the money only after third month. Right? Now, very quickly, I'll give you 10 minutes. I'll give you 10 minutes. Can you do all the facilities with details, right? With details, with reasons, and then write the security documentation to be taken, right? 10 minutes is the and today there's no break, huh? Because I'm getting breaks. I can get after every session, after every sum, I'm getting 10 minutes break automatically. Because of that, I don't want to give it to you. You better do the sum, right? Once you finish, they can take a break. But I'll be giving you only 10 minutes to finish the one. And after that, I'm going to do it. Individually, you can be happy of how many things you have done correctly, how many things you have gone wrong, right? You can have own judgment on you. Right, start. Hello, have you finished? Ajit?
Almost finished. I need the 2 minutes.
Almost finished. What about Dinesh? Right now, have you finished?
Doing the last part, sir.
The last part. Right. I'll give you another 1 minute. Then we'll start. Okay, let's start. Otherwise, ada kena hatrak sa dan no. Right. Facility 1. Facility 1. That is to revolving facility. Revolving facility to issue LCs. It's better if you say we have the exact type of LC, a revolving facility to issue 90 days usance LCs. 90 days usance LCs. Right? Underline. Then you have to say LCs will be LC value will be US dollars 100,000. 90 days from date of shipment. Otherwise, the examiner will not give you the marks. LC has to be issued 1 month before the shipment date, and the shipment period will be 1 month. Period should be 1 month, or either you can say another way. It will take another 1 month to receive the goods. Right? Therefore, the facilities needed will be US dollars 100,000 into what's the lead time?
2 months.
4 months.
Huh?
4 months.
3 months.
4 months.
3 months or 2 months?
4.
2 months. Huh?
4 months.
4 months.
Yes.
4 months under. Whether 1 month, whether 1 month, whether 2 months. Lead time. Lead time is 2 months. Right? And when we open one LC, it will take 2 months to receive the shipment. Right? But you have to have the shipment on a monthly basis. On a monthly basis. Then what should be the lead time? Lead time is very grand. When you open one LC, how long it will take to receive the goods? How long it will take to receive the goods?
2 months.
2 months. Why you said 4 months? Because we had to sort out the gray areas. Why you said 4 months? There should be a reason for that. No? You said
Right,
4
so
months.
I thought, sir, that we have to pay the bill after 90 days. No?
We have to pay the bill after 90 days, but when you receive the bill, the moment you receive the bill, the LC liability will be reversed, and that 100,000 will be transferred to acceptance liability. That will
same as
go
previous.
for. You got it?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Take a mix up. But I like that you give that wrong answer, because now the others, I don't know how many people have given that answer. Now you can sort it out, right? Equals to US dollars 200,000. Rupees into 200 is equal to rupees 40 million. Rupees 40 million. Right? Rupees 40 million. No one this. AC is not working. Right. Then what is the second facility? What is the second facility? Facility to AC name. Right. Facility 2. What is the facility?
Revolving facility to acceptance of import goods.
Very good. Revolving facility of acceptance of import bill. Acceptance of import bill. What is the amount? US dollars?
100,000 into 2.
100,000 into 90 days. 90
From
days. No?
date of from
3 days. Huh?
It's from shipment date, no? 90
Yeah,
days from shipment.
yeah, very good. 90 days from shipment date. 90 days from shipment date.
Goods received after 30
Right.
days.
Then, because of that, we have the liability for 2 months. 2. How many people got it correct? How many people got it correct? And anybody who has got it wrong? If it is wrong, then please speak up. අර ගියා නම් මට එපා. වැරදුනා නම් කියන්නේ අපි එතෙන්ද දෙපා හදා ගන්නවා. Right? Then third one, revolving
Import loan facility for payment of accepted bills.
revolving facility for import bill, import loan, or import loan to
Payment of accepted bills.
or to settle or payment to settle accepted bills. Right? That is US dollars 100,000
For
into
1 month.
lead time 1. US dollars 100,000 into 200 rupees
20 million.
20 million. Right? Okay. What is the facility number? Facility 4. Facility 4. That is to pay overhead expenses. To pay overhead expenses. What is the facility we give?
Audio STL.
OD or short-term loan. Short-term loan. Import loan, short-term loan. To settle overhead expenses of US dollars 5,000 per month. Right? So US dollars 5,000 into
3 months.
into 3 months. US dollars 15,000 into 200. Here then
3 million.
rupees 3 million. Very good.
So can you explain the last answer before this?
Can
The third facility.
third one, revolving facility for import loan to settle accepted bills.
Yeah.
Right. Now, the bills are 90 days from the shipment. Right?
Okay.
So when we receive the bill, by that time, 1 month has already gone. Right? 1 month has already gone. So we have within another 2 months, we have to pay the bill. So the end of second month, we'll have to pay. End of second month, we'll have to pay. But every month, you are getting such bills. So that is why US dollars 100,000, right? May acceptance, that is acceptance. The second one. Third one, now after the second month, you have to pay this particular bill. The first bill you have to pay because you are getting the money only after 3 months, right? So that is why you are asking for a revolving facility for import loan. Revolving facility of import loan to settle the import bill, right? So that import bill, you can recover that money. This loan can be recovered within 1 month because after 3 months you are getting payment. After 3 months you are getting payment, then you can easily settle the bill, settle the loan. You can settle the loan. That is why our lead time is 1 month. Clear, or you need some?
No, that was not clear, sir.
Huh?
Not clear, sir.
Now clear, right? Always think about the lead time. LEAD. Lead time is the most important thing in this sums, right?
No, that was not clear, sir.
Hmm?
That was not clear, sir.
The lead time, it is not
In
clear.
the third facility, yeah.
Yeah, the lead time is, now when we open the LC, how long it will take for you to get the goods here? When you open the LC, how long will it take?
1 month from the shipment date, sir.
1 month from the shipment date. From the time you open the LC?
2 months.
2 months. 2 months. So when you open the LC, before you get the goods, you have to wait for 2 months, right? But the second month also you have to open LC.
Yeah.
Otherwise, your factory has to close down.
Yeah.
And you have to continue. That is why I need 2 such facilities. One facility is US dollars 100,000. I need 2 such facilities. Lead time is 2 months. Here the lead time is 2 months. Here the lead time is 1 month. Right? That lead time is the important thing. What is they asked? Only this one? Well, I don't have the question now. That's it. Now the security documentation and the conditions to be laid down. Conditions to be laid down. Right. Shall we write the first one? Issuance of LCs. What are the security documentation? Now you know. Tell me, Pat. Issuance of LC. What are the security documentation? When you are writing the answer to this question, you say facility 1, security documentation. Under that, A, B, C, D, whatever. Then, under same heading, facility 1, conditions to be laid down. Right? Okay. Tell me, the first the security documentation. What is it? Come on.
Finance generative.
LC application, bill of lading.
Yeah. A, trade finance general agreement. B, what about the other students?
LC application.
LC application and
LC application. And then
BA.
BL, okay. BL consigned to the bank. BL consigned to the bank. You have to put it very clear. BL consigned to the bank. Right? Then the conditions. What are the conditions you have to put to cover the security? What are the conditions you have to put to cover the security? උගන්ට මේ බෝඩ් එක හරියට පේනවද? මට පේන්නේ අකුරු අනිත් පැත්තට.
අපිට වෙනස.
ඔගන්ට පේනවනේ. එනම් කමන්නේ. It's a mirror image. Okay, fine. What are the conditions? In the LC, what are the conditions you have to put? Come on. There are so many trade guys. Damn shame.
tenor 90 days.
Tenor 90 days පුතා ඒක එනවමනේ. ඒක condition එක නෙමෙයි. tenor 90 days that is there. What are the other security just to cover the bank? Instead of taking cash collateral, what are the securities you can from the conditions you can cover the bank's exposure. If you put the conditions properly, you can cover the bank's exposure. What are the conditions? Few conditions. But in Kian, okay, I will give you a lead, right? All three, sorry, full set of BL. Full set of BL consigned to the bank. Full set of BL consigned to the bank. That is a condition. Because if you say BL to be consigned to the bank, they can send 2 original BLs to the bank, and the third original, if they send it direct to the exporter, the exporter can go to the port and clear the goods without settling the bill. Right? So it's very important. Full set, we have to mention full set. Why I am saying full set? Generally you think all 3 originals. No. In some BL, it comes in 3 originals. Some BL, it comes in 4 originals. In some BLs, I have seen, comes in 5 original. So all 5 has to be there. Full set. Full set of original BL consigned to the bank. That is one. Another one, where you can cover your security. What are the conditions you can put? Come on. Your common sense. I can give the answer, but I want you to think. මොනවද මේ දැන් පැය භාගයක් තිස්සේ හිතුවේ? පැය භාගයක් තිස්සේ මොනවද හිතුවේ?
So I have a question, sir. Now in this sum, then now we have released the documents against acceptance, no?
Yes.
So then is it would this cover the bank since we have already released the BL to the customer to release the goods upon acceptance?
Yes. So we have released the bills. We have released the documents to the customer, keeping the accepted draft with us.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah. So
we have released the BL, but we are having the financial instrument with us.
yeah, the accepted bill is with us.
Bill of exchange.
Yeah.
If it is accepted properly, we have the financial instrument with us. We can go to litigation. Right? You clear?
No, sir. No. Now my question is,
Yes.
if in this case,
Yeah.
the LC is under 90 days user,
Right.
and when the customer is getting the original documents from the bank,
Right.
he get all the documents under the accepted bill.
Okay.
So we are giving all the documents, original BLs also to the customer.
Everything to the customer.
Yeah. Then how would it be a security document for us to take it, consider as a security document?
Okay. Now I understood your question. Right? Why you are saying why we are keeping BL as a security documentation, because once we accepted the draft, we are going to give all full set of BL to the customer.
Yes, sir.
That's it. What's your name, Pudha?
Shanita, sir.
Shanita. Shanita, very good question. Can somebody give the answer? Think this is a class. Think this is a class, right? Please.
This is for the facility one, sir.
Bank will
This is for the facility one. That for the LC facilities.
Mhm.
So after that, once it's accepted the import bills, it will change to the other facility. So in that case, until such time, we can keep full set of documents as originals as a security.
Is that Dinesh?
Sumudu, yes.
Huh? Dinesh, huh?
Sumudu,
Yeah.
Sumudu.
Sumudu. Your answer is correct. Your answer is correct, because up to the time the customer accepts the draft, right, we are holding the documents, and the documents are consigned to the bank. The goods are consigned to the bank. අපි කාටද බය? නේද? අපි කාටද බය? Hey, goods are consigned to the bank. Shanita?
Yes, sir. Got it, sir. Yeah.
Now you got it, no?
Yeah. Yes,
Now,
yes.
Up until we accept the draft,
Yes.
we are holding right? Then only the liability will be
transferred to acceptance.
Acceptance.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Right, fine. Now, what else? What else? Documents. The first again. First again, conditions. So important condition. Huh?
Indemnities?
Indemnity අපි ඕනයි කියලා දාන්නේ නැහැ නේ අපි LC condition එකක් දාන්නේ. I am asking what are the LC conditions we have to put when you open the LC.
insurance cover.
Insurance, very good. 110% of insurance. 110% of the bill value. Insurance of 110% of the bill value. 110%. Right? That's very important. Anything else you can ask? You can ask. You can put, you can put various other certificates, such as inspection certificate, packing list,
Country of origin certificate.
certificate of origin, etc. Then your answer is complete. Right? Okay. Quickly, we'll go to the second one, revolving facility for acceptance. Any question? Somebody try to ask something. Right. Nathan, second facility again. Look at the security again. EFGA, and then second one.
Bill of exchange.
Accepted bill of exchange. Accepted bill of exchange. Right? Ekata special conditions ne. Ekata special conditions ne. Third one.
Import loan
Revolving
agreement.
facility. Import loan agreement. And necessary indemnities you take. Ekata conditions ne. Conditions only at the time of opening the LCs. Now, no more conditions, right? Then 4, again, OD application or short-term loan application and necessary indemnities. Clear? Right. We have done 2 questions. But over the Kavilla, හතේ පන්තියේ ගණන් ඕවා. ඕවා එන්නේ නැහැ ඔයගලන්ට. දැන් මේකත් දඟල ඉන්නවනම් ඊට පස්සේ තමයි පොඩ්ඩක් උණ ගන්නෙ. ඒකින්ද දැන් ගෑස් වෙන්න ඉතුරු ටිකට. මේ මෙච්චරලා කලේ 6 7 ගණන්. Right. Can you see the screen? Always I'm having a problem. Moving to the other screen. Right. Silva and Company. Silva and Company. Read the question carefully and then start drawing the line. Right. First we'll read. You can read with me, and then you can start the start doing the exercise. Our customer Silva and Company. Right. Then buyer, he is a guy who is doing imports as well as basically he is an exporter, and his buyer is from Italy. All his export shipments will go to Italy, right? Amount and term, single export shipment of euro 100,000. Single export shipment of euro 100,000 under LC terms, payable 120 days DA. Right? මාත් මේ DA කියලා ලේසියට දැම්ම ඔයගලන්ට ලේසියෙන්ද හැබැයි මේක පුරුදු වෙන්න එපා මම ෂෝට්කට් යනකොට මොකද යන්න ඕනේ 120 days users terms කියලා right DA කියලා කියන්නේ collection වල මේක same thing but why I put DA is it will strike you very quickly, right? Otherwise, the correct term is users terms. Then, in order to manufacture product, Silva Limited will have to import raw materials from Seoul, Korea, right? Because to do the shipment, they need the raw materials to be imported from Seoul, Korea. Payment for raw materials to be made under users DC 90 days from shipment. Days from shipment. Import DC for raw materials to be issued 4 weeks before the date of shipment, like the earlier sum. Goods and documents to be received in Sri Lanka 4 weeks from the shipment. 4 weeks means how many months?
1 month.
1 month. 1 month. For each export shipment, raw materials required amount to euro 80,000. For each export shipment, they need raw materials worth of euro 80,000. Each DC for the import of raw materials will cover the requirements for one export shipment. So one import raw materials will cover the requirement for one export shipment. Right? The clearing charges and custom duty for each shipment is euro 5,000 and will have to be paid on arrival of goods. right? Time taken to manufacture the goods and export them will be 4 months from receiving raw materials. Right? Now tell me this import of raw materials. Make it kill and either whether every month they have to import or not kill and either. But you can get the feedback from something else. Some other sentence that requirement is given. What is that?
Import of raw material will cover the requirement for one export shipment.
Import of raw materials will cover the requirements of one export shipment. You think? Kila nane. Where is the theme?
For each export shipment, raw materials required amount to euro 80K.
Single export shipment of euro 100,000. There are monthly, yeah, one dollar. Monthly raw material in dollar. Right. The questions. You are required to structure a package of financial facilities for the purpose of servicing this order, indicating the basis on which the revolving credit limit for each facility computed. Right? The facilities shall be made available in Sri Lanka rupees, assuming the rate of exchange to be 1 euro equals to LKR 210. Right? Okay. Very anamana facilities take. Right. Now, can you start? 3:05, 3:30 when I got up. Right. And then single line start doing the thing. Right? Okay. I will also write it. But you have to do it quick, yeah? Too much of time you have taken. Only today I am doing these sums, so try to get the maximum out of B. If you are doing it quickly, then I will do more sums. There are about 10 sums of the right? Right. You're right. Customer Silva Limited. Right. Amount and terms, single export. First we'll do the import side and then we'll go to the export. Starting from left-hand side. In order to manufacture product, Silva Limited have to import raw materials from Seoul, Korea. Payment for raw materials is to be made under user's DC 90 days from shipment. This is the shipment date. Shipment date. Right? So the payment for raw materials will be made from users 90 days from shipment. LC is US dollars. Euro 80,000. Euro 80,000. And the term is 90 days from shipment. 90 days from shipment. 90 days from shipment. Right? And you have to import DC for raw materials to be issued 4 weeks before the date of shipment. Date of shipment is this, and you have to open the LC 4 weeks before the shipment. That is 1 month. 1 month before the shipment, we'll have to open the LC. Then it will take another 1 month to receive the goods to Sri Lanka. Another 1 month to receive the goods plus document. Goods plus documents to Sri Lanka. Okay. When we receive the documents, we will accept the bill. We will accept the draft, bill of exchange. And bill of exchange is 90 days, but the payment will be 90 days from shipment. So already 1 month has gone, and once we accept the bill, right, in about another 2 months' time, we have to do the bill payment. We have to do the bill payment. Right? We have to do the bill payment. After 2 months, because 1 month already gone. Are you okay with that? Anybody cannot understand? Please tell me. Risladwe Shanita the president ekundara kata kala යාට තේරෙන්නේ නැති කිව්වා. අහන්න. Right? Then and then the very good well I know how to understand. Within the video on the LC facility at the Method of the acceptance. Method of the import loan. Import loan. Then the facilities are okay. When I get down, then current we are improving, right? For each export shipment, Euro 80. Then, right, with another clearing charges, right? Then clearing which are US dollars 5,000. US dollars 5,000.
Euro.
Huh?
Euro 5,000.
Euro. $5,000. Euro 5,000. Right? Good. Then we say time taken to manufacture the goods and export them will be 4 months from the receiving of raw material. From this day, it will take 4 months. 4 months to prepare to do the manufacturing and export. 4 months. Right? It's 4 months. And then this is export. This is export. How much? Export amount, how much? Export amount, how much?
100,000 euro.
100,000.
100,000. Euro 100,000. euro 100,000. Okay. Then payable 120 days DA. You will get the money only after 120 days. That means after another 4 months. Payment. Payment take another 4 months. After the high picture, make a trade cycle again. After the high picture. Okay. Then we'll see what we can do. You are required to structure a package of financial facilities for the purpose of servicing this order, indicating the basis on which the revolving trade limit on each facility computed. Right? The facility shall be made available in Sri Lanka rupees, assuming the rate of exchange to be €1 equals to here 210. Can you start? Read the thing. I'll give you 10 minutes. Right? I'll give you 10 minutes. Quickly. If you want, I'll keep this one for you to see. Shall we? Right.
Okay.
Facility 1. Facility 1. Issuance of
LC for 90 days.
issuance of sorry, මේක හරියට කියන්න මගේ මම පුරුදු වෙන්න එපා. අනිත් පාර උගල ඒ වැරද්දම කරා ඒක මම වැරද්ද කළා. Revolving LC facility. Revolving facility. Revolving facility. Revolving facility. Issuance of
LC for 90
use
days.
user LCs. Right? Then under the description, reason you have to say LCs euro 8,000 LCs for raw materials. 90 days from shipment to be opened 1 month before the shipment date. It will take another 1 month to receive the goods to Sri Lanka. Right? Therefore, the facility is euro
8,000
into
2 months. 2 months.
2 months. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now, Mama then ටික සන්තෝෂ වේගන යනවා. Right? Okay. Euro 160,000 into 210. Right? ඔගොල්ලෝ දාගන්න වැඩි කරලා. Facility 2. That is
Revolving facility for
acceptance.
Import bills.
Revolving facility for acceptance of import bill. Import bills. Right? That is euro
80 into 2 months.
80,000 into
2 months.
how many months? 2 months. Very good. Another 2 months, 2 times, right?
2 times.
2 times. Because we'll have to accept 2 such bills before we settle the first one. Before we settle the first one, we have to accept 2 such bills. මෙතින් දෙකයි මෙතින් දෙකයි. දැන් මේක සෙටල් කරනවා ඊපස්සේ ඒක හරියනවා. Euro 160,000. Euro 160,000 into 210. Right? Then facility
3.
3. What is the facility?
Revolving facility for taking credit loan.
On facility for acceptance.
Revolving
Import from facility.
revolving import
Loan facility.
loan,
Settle
import loan facility
for settle accepted bills.
to settle accepted bills. Accepted bills. දැන් ඔයගලගේ ස්පීඩ් එක වැඩි වුණා නේද පොඩ්ඩක්? Right? Not like the first time, not like the second sum. Now I think your speed must have, you have picked up the speed. Euro 80,000 into
2.
6 months.
into 2.
6
Very
months.
good. Good question. Who said 2?
Ajit.
Huh?
Ajit.
Pradeep.
Ajit.
Who said 4 or 6?
Sumudhu.
Right. Now tell me, is it 2 or 3? 2 or 6? Really speaking, in international trade, really speaking, I can discuss these things with you because you are in the trade guy. You are trade guys. Huh? Really speaking, the period is 6 months. But as practitioners, you know, no customer wants to wait for 6 months to get the money. Or not, 4 months to get the money. 4 months to get the money, right? They need the bills to be discounted. They need the bills to be discounted. Or the bank will purchase the bill. If the documents are clean, we can negotiate the bill. That's what we do. Under LC, or if it is under LC, we negotiate. Then if it is under collection, we can purchase. So anyway, we can purchase the bills, right? When we purchase the bills or when we discount the bills, then at the time of doing the export, we don't have to wait for 4 months. Immediately we can credit the customer because they are going to purchase the bill. So bill purchase, export bill purchase facility, we'll have to set up that I'm going to do it, right? But here, the import loan, we assume that bills will be settled within 2 months after the export. You can write that. If you want, you can write that. You can say, even though it is 6 months, even though it takes 4 months to receive the export proceeds, bank is prepared to purchase the bill.
Discount the bill.
Discount or purchase the export bill. Therefore, the lead time is only for the balance 2 months. 2 months වලින් පස්සේ අපිට අර සල්ලි ආවම අපි ලෝන් එක සෙටල් කරලා දානවා. නැත්තම් මාස 4ක ඉන්ට්‍රස්ට් ගෙවන්න වෙනවා නේද? We have to pay for 4 months. 4 months. තව වැඩි කර 4 months ගෙවන්නේ නැහැ. අපි 2 months වලින් නවත්ත ගන්නවා. නැත්නම් ඉන්ට්‍රස්ට් එක තව ගෙවන්න වෙනවා. මේ එනකම්. Right? So it is euro 80,000 into 2. Euro 160,000 into 210. Is there anybody who can understand why it is 2 instead of 6? Instead of 6, why it is 2? Am I to explain it again, or is it clear for you?
Yes, sir. If you can explain again.
Explain again. Now here, this particular loan, IML, we have to settle. To settle the loan, we will get the money. Theoretically, we will get the money after 6 months. 2 months here and 4 months here. But when we do the export shipment, we will not wait for 4 months. We are going to have a bill purchase, export bill purchase facility. We are going to purchase that bill. We assume that the bills are clean. So we purchase the bill. Right? When we purchase the bill, then we can settle the loan immediately. So we assume after 2 months, we are going to settle the loan. Right? After 2 months, we are going to settle the loan. At the customer, right? Okay. Then the facility 4. Facility 4. What is the facility 4?
Audio STL for overhead expenses.
Yeah. ODO, short-term loan to settle clearing charges. Clearing charges. Right? Normal. Euro
5,000 into 4.
5,000
4 months.
into
4 months.
4 months. Very good. 4 months. Euro 20,000 into 210. Right? Rupees will answer it then. Then now all the imports have been covered. All the imports have been covered. Now just imagine if you have jot down all these things properly. Now I don't want to see the question. Now I am doing without seeing the question. I don't know. Now hukum ulwita aragata intika negelivo. Right? Lazy question. Otherwise you might miss the facilities. Right? They can better put the export
Bill purchase.
export bill purchase. Export bill purchase facility. Right? Why I am using the separate colors, it's easy. So I'm using the same color for the export facility 5. Export bill purchase. Export bill purchase. Right? Now export bills,
Euro
Euro 100,000. Right?
into 4.
Then Euro. Now you have to say the bills of Euro 100,000 will be receiving the payments only after 4 months. Therefore, assuming that the bills are clean, we purchase the export bills. For that, we are having an export bill purchase facility. Euro 100,000 into how many times?
4 times.
4 times, because 4 months, every month you are exporting, every month you are purchasing. Right? Euro 400,000 into 210. That's the export purchase facility. Now you must be thinking, why 4? Why not 5, 6? Right? 4 is enough. Because after 4 months, you will get the money for the first bill. Once you receive the first bill, we will settle the bill purchase facility. Right? We recover all our money. Then again, that revolving facility is open. Every time when we receive the money, we settle the bill then the facility is open. Again, revolving hand. Right. Any questions? Any questions on this?
Duty charges are levied only for 4 months, right, sir? Upon each shipment.
Pardon?
Duty charges
Duty charges, how many months?
for 4 months, right?
4 months. Oh, 4
Yeah.
months down there, hey, settle loan and after only after 4 months we are getting something. Till then you are a beggar. You are going behind the back. Right? Only after 4 months only you are the rich person. You are becoming rich. Right? Okay.
So a small question. So for this kind of questions, we don't want to consider rupee depreciation or anything, no?
No. Right.
Without discounting, we can keep the bill to settle it from the export proceed because rupee is going to depreciate more.
But yeah, we are talking about pre-COVID-19 pandemic period.
Yes.
Right? Now everything upside down. Everything upside down. I don't know. It's always difficult to. Right. Ceylon and Company. Right? Our customer Ceylon and Company. Buyer from UK. Amount and term. All right. Midis logo. On board take a page hadagan. You want to go on? Questions in you are required to structure a package of financial facilities for the purpose of servicing this order, indicating the basis on which the revolving credit limit for each facility computed. The facilities shall be made available in Sri Lanka rupees, assuming the rate of exchange.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So that with regard to the previous question, is there any specific securities for the export bill discounts that facility 5?
Export bill discounting, whether there's any specific securities.
Yes.
Very good question. Who asked that question?
Sumudhu. Yes.
Yeah, Sumudhu. Right? Sumudhu Prashna Kotiyat Tinave, Prashna Kotiyama Harimasho. I really like that. Right? I really like that. Well, others are just listening to me without asking any questions. Right. Okay. Except for Sumudhu, all the other people doesn't have this question. Now answer. Sumudhu don't answer. Now, except for Sumudhu, all the other people knows the answer for this question. Now you answer. Dinesh, right me, or inna kattiya. Sanita, the Sanadane, the kattiya. Nakiyanna ban. What is the answer? Export bill purchase. Are we going to keep any security? When it comes to export bill purchase, there are two ways where we can have export bill facilities, bill purchase facilities. One is LC bill negotiation. If you are negotiating the LC bills, if the bills are clean, no discrepancies, the bills are no discrepancies, then we don't have to worry, because when we are negotiating, I have explained to you, we will do it without recourse to the customer. Without recourse to the customer. It's a bank risk, right? Without recourse to the customer, we discount the bill. But all the banks, they don't tell the customer that this is how we are doing, and we are doing it without recourse to the customer, right? Okay, like you have signed a trade finance general agreement. In the trade finance general agreement, there is a clause, any bank, there is a clause, when you are discounting the bills, whether it's with recourse to the customer or without recourse to the customer, the bank will treat it as with recourse to the customer. දැන් මට මතක් වෙන සිංහලෙන් කියනවා නම් ලස්සනට මේකට ලස්සන උදාහරණයක් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට දෙන්න පුළුවන් hina යන්න ඒ වගේම මතක තියෙන්න. කස්ටමර් ගත්තාම ඔයගොල්ලෝ අහලා තියනවාද මම දන්නේ නැහැ ඔයගොල්ලෝ නම් තාම කොහොම පොඩි කෙල්ල කොල්ලනේ ඉන්නේ ඉතින් මම දන්නේ නැහැ අහලා තියනවාද කියලා. ලංකාවේ හිටියා TV එකේ තිබුණා පස්සේ කාලෙක අපි පොඩි කාලේ ඉඳන් අපි ස්පෙට් යන කාලේ ඉඳන් අපි හරිම ආසාවෙන් අහන TV මේ රේඩියෝ ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එකක්. ඒ වගේම later it became a famous TV program. විනෝද සමය කියලා. අහලා තියනවද? සැමුවල් රොඩ්රිගෝ, ඇනස්ටි ඩයස්, වර්ටිගන් තිලක කියලා තුන්දෙනාගේ funny drama එකක්. හැම වීක් එකේම යනවා episodes යනවා. අස්සන මේවා. ඉතින් එකපාරක් කියනවා ඔය ගෝරේකට ගිහිල්ලා එමිනා කියනකොට උගන්ට එකපාරට එයා කියන්නේ ඌ මට ගහනවා මට ඌ ගහනවා. ඌ මට ගහනවා මට ඌ ගහනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ කවුද කුටි කාලා දෙන්නේ?
මම්ම තමයි.
ඈ?
මම්ම තමයි.
මම්ම තමයි කුටි කාලා දෙන්නේ නේද? ඌ මට ගහනවා මට ඌ ගහනවා. හරි? දෙපැත්තෙම ඇහුවාම හිතෙන්නේ මමත් ඌට ගහනවා ඌත් මට ගහනවා කියලා නෑ. වන්න වචනේ පොඩි කෑල්ල ඌ මට ගහනවා මට ඌ ගහනවා කියන්නේ මම තමයි කුටි කාලා දෙන්නේ. ඒ වගේ තමයි trade finance general agreement එක කස්ටමර්ගේ පැත්තෙන් බලනවා. මොනවා කළත් අපි කියනවා whether even we discount the bills with recourse to the customer, without recourse to the customer, it is always with recourse to the customer. Customers ලව කවදාකවත් කියවන්නෙත් නැහැ මොකුත් නැහැ. facility එක දුන්න ගමන් they will sign. හරි? Now සමුදු don't try to go and change it. The bank will not entertain you. Either you sign or you get off. You get off. අපි ඔළුව නවන්නේ customers අත. customers අත ඕනනම් business කරන්න හැදී නැත්නම් කයින් එක ඇදීනේ. මේක මොකද්ද කියලා අහන්න එපා. මේක නිකන් විනෝද සමයද කියලා අහන්න එපා. විනෝද සමය තමයි. නඩුව ගියාම අපි බලා ගන්න. Right? Right. Because as per the article 12 of UCP 600 under negotiation and 7, negotiation means we are advancing the money to the customer without recourse to the customer. The bank has to take the full responsibility. But in certain cases, always not that long. So we have to have certain collateral. We have to have certain collateral. In this case, right, it is easy if the bank is planning to do it in a proper manner. When I was a head of trade, I always go behind export customers to discount their bills. Passing around. Especially if it is nuisance bills. Nuisance bills. Now, can you join me to think, join me to think differently, right? In this particular case, 4 months later. 120 days DNA, 4 months.
Yes.
Right? So once you ship the goods, you will dispatch the documents to the Italian buyer. Am I okay? Right? Italian buyer. Then Italian buyer's bank, the negotiating bank, not negotiating, that's the issuing bank. Italian buyer will say, issuing bank will accept the draft. Within 2-3 days, they will accept the draft. Then only they are authorized to release the documents to the Italian guy, the merchant. Unless they accept the draft, the bank will not release the documents. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sadhanayana Ogulange. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Right.
Yes, sir.
Now just imagine, now the bank has accepted the draft. The customer has accepted. The bank will send the acceptance telex. The bank has sent the acceptance telex. Once we receive the acceptance telex, that means it's a bank, irrevocable undertaking by a bank, that whether the customer pay or not, after 120 days, the shipper will get the get the money. That is for sure, right? Once we receive the accepted SWIFT message, immediately customer salary when we went to buy, most of the customers are cash rich. They don't want the money. Because from there onwards, I am not marking any customer lines. I don't have to mark the customer lines. You got my point? I don't have to mark the customer lines. I am marking what? The bank line, the issuing bank's line, because issuing bank has given an irrevocable undertaking. So if we say the Bank of Italiana, the Bank of Italiana has accepted the draft, then we go to the corresponding bank in list and to see how is their rating. If their rating is good, if the country rating is good, I'm prepared to discount the draft and pay the customer. And once I discount the draft and pay the customer, I am going to charge the customer discount interest for 4 months. මේකට අපි අර කියන්නේ අපි කතාවේදී කියනෝනේ සුම්ම මනි. සුම්ම මනි නේද? නිකන් ඉඳලා හල්ලි ගහනවා. අපේ customers නම් ඔයාලට බලාගෙන ඉන්නේ, they don't mind paying the bank the interest because they are getting money immediately. Their cash flow will be strengthened. Their cash flow will be strengthened. That is, it is much cheaper for them to pay that and then to discount the bill, right? Rather than waiting for 4 months, immediately they get the cash. After 4 months, when we receive the money, we will deduct our interest, discount interest, or bill purchase interest, and then bill purchase accepted draft at the end. Are you sure? 100% covered our exposure, and we don't have to mark any lines for the bank, line for the customer. Customer is also very happy. Customer is also very happy. Without touching his lines, we are discounting the bill and giving the money to them. So we got the idea.
Yes, sir.
Right? It's
Yes.
very clear. Right? Oga pulantarang ogla banks illa ganna banda. If they, you have to follow up with them whether they have received the acceptance telex. Once they receive the acceptance telex, you can ask them to discount the bill and give it to you, right? Because the bank should not, in a scenario like that, the bank should not touch the customer's limits. Customers' limits a bit touch can do. We have to mark the bank lines, Bank of Italiana lines, right? That's a very good method. Mama, Dubai the Ghana, mage profit. Mehema like anything. Emisunda mehema ahalawat naha. Bill purchases bill discounting අපි කිලෝ පටන් අරගෙන හොයාගෙන යනකම් ඒව නෑ because they have money, they have cash rich. අපේ වගේ හිඟන්න නෙමෙයි, right? මේ බලෙන් දුන්නා වන්න they got the taste. They only realize now we are getting money, so we without going to the bank and asking for loans, we can repay most of the loans at higher rates. They have money. Right. Those are the things you have to sell it to the customer. Selling points. Any questions on that? Very good question asked by I don't know who Sumit is on the Navy, but it's a very good question.
So we don't mark a bill discounting limit for the customer, no? We are totally doing it on cash, right?
We are totally depending on the bank who has accepted the draft.
Yeah.
The bank who has accepted the draft. Customer, we should not touch the customer. Right? Okay. Now this one you have seen, and you have to do, you are required to structure a package of financial facilities for the people service in the order. Revolving credit limits. So wait up. One US is 190. Okay. Right. Now start drawing this thing. Q1 Q1 ඉවරලා මාත් එක්කම අදින්න. මේක තියෙනවා මේකට අමාරුයි. දැන් ටික ටික අමාරු වෙනවා. මේක raw materials දෙක අමාරු නෑ. Raw materials M and T දෙකක් එනවා. right? බලමු කරන්න. මම අනිත් ඉස්සලා උගල අනින්න. Right. Our customer, Ceylon and company. My customer, Ceylon, not Celana, Ceylon company. Buyer from UK, amount and term, single shipment of $350,000 each month on 60 days. DA terms. Right. If you want to Mr. Export of US dollars 350. $50,000 each month on 60 days DA terms. 2 months DA terms. Then only you get payment. Right? So you have to give, first you will draw the thing. Then, in order to manufacture the product, Ceylon and company will have to import raw material M from China. Raw material M. M from China. They also have to purchase raw material T locally, for which payments will have to be made on delivery. Right? When this M comes here, at this point, they will receive the goods plus documents of M. Right? Plus, they have to buy T locally. T locally. T locally. Right? Maybe our person is purchase of M on side DC terms. How much? Order quantity of M is US dollars 200,000 for each DC. US dollars 200,000. US dollars 200,000 for each DC at site. It's a site DC. Right? Then goods and documents to be received in Sri Lanka 4 weeks from the shipment. Purchase of M on site DC terms. Import DC for raw materials to be issued 4 weeks before the date of shipment. 4 weeks before the date of shipment. This is the date of shipment. 4 weeks, 1 month. Then it will take another 1 month to receive the goods. Another 1 month to receive the goods. Right? The raw material T will have to be purchased at the time of taking delivery of the imported raw materials. Once the imported raw materials have come here, goods and documents for M, then at that time we have to purchase T also. Right? Then for each export shipment, raw material requirement is US dollars 200,000 of M and US dollars 7,000 of T. US dollars 200,000 of M and T locally US dollars 7,000. US dollars 7,000. The clearing charges and custom duty for each shipment is US dollars 5,000 and will have to be paid on arrival of goods. Clearing charges US dollars 5,000 per shipment. Right? Now, time taken to manufacture the goods and export them will be 4 months from receiving the raw material. Actually, the picture. 4 months. It will take 4 months, right? Now you can do the thing. Here we have to have site LC facility. Site LC, we have to issue. That issue site LC. Here,
Short-term loan, short-term import loan facility.
short-term
Import loan facility for site payment.
method. Oh yes. Import loan facility. IML facility, import loan, right? Short-term import loan facility. Of
$200,000.
200.
ඉච්චර ඕනේ නැහැ ඒක අපි යගමු අපි මේක විතරක් තියාගන්න short term import loan facility. Then we need one more facility.
OD and STS.
Audio or short term loan.
Short term.
එමොකටද?
Local purchase. Materials.
Local purchase.
Local purchase, yes. Short term loan or OD facility, right? 40, yeah? 40. Very good. We have to give them some more facility.
Clearing charges to
Clearing charges.
ඒකට short term or OD facility. Clearing. Number යාගත්තම මොකද මිස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් අපි මොටික් කොහොම හදාගෙන යන්න ඕන. Then acceptance එකක් තිබාද?
Site
No.
නිසා acceptance නැහැ.
site එක නේද? ඕනේ නැහැ නේ. Okay, good. Then what else?
bill discount invoice.
නිකම්ම කියන්න එපා.
Export bill discount.
Export bill discount. Right. Okay. Now you can do. Now you can do. Now you can do. Right? Relevant? I'll give you 10 minutes. I'll give you 10 minutes. I'm asking this question from everybody. I don't have all your names, but please answer it genuinely. Are you doing these sums when I ask you to do it? Are you doing this? Or you are just idling? Okay, shall we do it? Ready? You're serious, no? Right. Facility one, I'm not going to write everything, LC issuance, right? You write all the essential things. issuance. Write the reasons. It is up to you. Shall we do the facility? US dollars 200,000 into
2.
into 2 equals to US dollars 400,000 into 190, eh?
Yes.
190. Okay. How many people got this answer correct?
I got it.
How many people? Huh? Okay, wait. I'm going to ask everybody, each and everybody. Right? I'm making percent. Let's make it very important. Because this 20 marks is very, very important. I know you guys, when you are writing these essay type answers, you will not give the exact answer. You will go round the mulberry bush, definitely. Right? You are not giving the exact correct answer. So you are losing marks. 20 marks question making, 10 marks garna lamai harimadi. Exam again. 10 marks are garna back. Because we are cutting all the marks because you are not to the point. Unless otherwise you are giving everything to the point. But these sums, if you do it properly, we can't deduct a single mark. We can't deduct a single mark. The full marks will be given. Full marks will be given. Right? If you have, okay, out of 20 marks, normally what I do is I give 15 marks for the facility sum, and another 5 marks I give extra. Again, facility sum game or facility number. If I ask you to give the security part and all, then I'll give 5 marks for that. So if you do it properly, you can get 20 out of 20. At least 18 out of 20. Definitely can go. Right? Because we can't deduct if you do it properly. You're going to make it happen. Facility 2. What is the facility 2? When we receive the goods, $200,000, we have to give an import loan, short-term import loan, and retire the bill. Right? So this one, revolving short-term import loan to retire import bills. To retire import bills or to settle import bills. Import side bills. Import side bills. US dollars 200,000 into
4.
how many times?
4 times.
4 times. Very good. Very good. 800,000 into 190. Right? Then facility 3. What is facility 3? Short-term loan or OD. මේකට දාන්න නම් එපා පුතේ import loan කියලා. This is not an import loan, local purchase. ළමයි වරද්දන තැන්, right? ඒක local purchase. So short-term loan or OD. Import loan දැම්මොත් ආපහු බිඳුව. US dollars 7,000
into 4.
Into
4 times.
4 times. මේ ගැන්නමගේ බොහොම අර වයිසර් අන්න ආසන්න බලන් ඉන්නවා. නා අවුරුකත් කතාවක් කරන්නේ. US dollars 28,000 into 109. About how many leave picking, women are lazy. Then, otherwise, you might miss. Facility.
Short-term loan,
Oh.
OD.
Again, short-term
Loan, no,
loan
OD for
or OD. To settle clearing charges.
duty.
US dollars,
5,000 into
5,000
US dollars, 5,000 into 4.
into 4.
4 neither. US dollars, 50,000 into 109. Right? Then facility 5.
export bill purchasing discounted.
Very good. Export bill purchase facility.
Sir, I have a small doubt, sir.
Yes.
So, since the export is under DA terms, is export bill discounting is given for that also same?
No, we don't have to worry about the DA term. We don't have to worry about the DA term because if the documents are clean, we will purchase the bill. Right?
Okay.
We will purchase the bill. Brightly, is that Brightly who asked the question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Brightly, when we go forward, right? If we go forward and if you are going into detail, Correct, making another trade again exports bill discounting करने के classical. Is there anybody? That's a good point to discuss. It's a good point to discuss. Now I'm going to tell you a practical thing, but I didn't mention that because I don't want you to get confused. Right? I don't want you to get confused. What your requirement is? What your requirement is to do the sum and finish it off. If you are going to think into going to details, nitty-gritties, then you will get confused. Right? Then you won't be able to pass the exam. So am I to tell you practically what we can do? Let's finish this one. Let's finish this thing, then I will export bill purchase. Export bill purchase facility. That is US dollars 350,000 into 2.
2 months?
Huh? 4 times.
2.
4 times or 2 times?
2 times.
2 times.
2 times.
2 times. Take a 2 times. US dollars 700,000 into 109. That's it. Those are the facilities. Right? Now, come back to Brightney's question. And then I want to discuss this with all the people. Right? Individual. You know? Very, very bad because this is, well, I'm trying my best, level best, because I am meeting you since last week now. Last Monday, I'm coming here against medical advisors. I'm coming here to this class against medical advisors. I've been asked to take a bed rest, right? But this in my blood that if I have taken up a job then I want to deliver it properly. My only issue is, my only ambition is, if I am having 30 people, 40 people, 50 people in this class, all has to be experts by the time we finish this session, right? Expert in this particular area. You won't be able to make, I can't make you a specialist in this area, but at least with a thorough knowledge, you should leave this course. So when you are getting getting your certificate at the convocation, we treat you as professionals in international trade, professionals in international trade, right? For that, you can't. If you think that you can listen to my recorded versions and then you can cover it up, you're making a big mistake. That I have seen in the last sessions. Normally, my pass rates in international DIT class is about 75%. People get through. Now it has become lower, 60, 65. Reason? You are not attending the classes now, and you are not concentrating to this now, right? Then I had 34. Now I am having 28. Right? This is something I don't like, because I try my best. Because actually on last Monday I got a mild stroke. My lips became numb, my left foot became numb, and all those things. They have asked me to. I would have done it from morning, from home. Today morning classes also, I hand it over to one of my very good student. She did it excellently, right? But this particular class, I don't want to hand it over to anybody, because this is not like DABF specialized, right? ඒකයි මම මේ ඔක්කොම තියාගෙන drive කරගෙන ආවේ. එතකොට මට හිතට අමාරුයි, ළමයි එනවා යනවා ඒක හොඳ නැහැ. You have to think about the teacher also. I am sacrificing all my time, all my efforts to this, right? Against medical advice, I'm coming here because if I stay at home and do it, I would have done it. But I won't be able to teach you like this, because you have to use the board. Sums you can't. I have done it, but not this particular part, right? Okay, coming back to this one, I will ask. I want to ask everybody. Ajit Silva, do you have any issues? You understood?
Yes.
Right. If there's any issues today, please ask me. Right? Because don't miss this sum. Don't miss this 20 marks. Right? It is very difficult to pass the exam. This is the easiest method to do the sums and get through. Angelika?
So I have a little doubt.
Pardon?
So I have a little doubt to how to get that time period, like when it comes to a LC, like this kind of a issue, like sum, how to get the time period to pay the accepted bill?
Sorry, Pute.
How to get the time period to pay the accepted bill, sir?
Time period to pay the accepted bill.
Yeah.
Right. What is the answer for that? What is the answer? That is beyond our control. That is between the buyer and the seller. Between the buyer and the seller, they sign a sales contract. It is as per the sales contract. If the sales contract says side bill, then they'll get the money immediately. If the sales contract says 60 days DA, then it will be after 60 days. Now, those things the bank can't change. It is your prerogative. The customer will tell the bank, this is my requirement. My customer, my buyer, not buyer, since I'm importing, my shipper will send the goods to be paid after 60 days or 1 month or whatever. It's an agreement, it's a contract between the buyer and the seller. Right? Banks are not deciding.
Right.
Okay. Meanwhile, Ajay, Malik, other than that, you're okay with these sums?
Yes, sir.
Right, fine. Then, Angelica? Angelica, how is that? Are you okay? Right, me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Chamara Madhushankar? එතෙන්ට දාලා ගෙදර පුතිත් දන්නේ මට පේන්නේ වගේ අංජලිකයි චාමරයි ඔක්කොම අපිත් වැඩේ කරනවනේ Zoom meeting වලදී ඔක්කොම දාලා meeting එක දාලා හොඳ චූන් එකේ ගිහලා පුතී ගන්නවා. ඒ වගේ මට පේන්නේ. රයිට් මට අවුනා දැන්කෝ. Dilan?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Dilan Perra, Dilan Dasanayaka and Dilan Perra both.
Dilan Dasanayaka.
Dasanayaka. Dilan Perra?
Yes, sir.
Right. Dilrukshi, any questions? Dilrukshi Perra? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay.
And kind of
Right.
interesting session today, actually.
Today? I didn't get it.
Had an interesting session today.
Interesting session. Okay. Interesting window. Now, මෙච්චර මාස්ල උගන්නනකොට. Then Dinesh Palihakara?
Yeah, understood very well, sir.
You understood, huh?
Yes, very well.
Right. EI Pereira? I am asking this question because I want to make sure that you understood. That's the most important thing. EI Pereira? Nah, EI Pereira missing වගේ මට පේන්නේ. Harshini Gangabadagi? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then Kevin Fernando?
Yes, sir. All
Yeah.
good.
Krishna Pillai? Krishna Pillai, Sivanyanan? Malik, I spoke to you. Mario?
Yes, sir, all good here.
You have a question?
No, sir.
Yes. Yes. Are you okay, Mario?
Yeah, I'm okay, sir.
Okay.
So that Krishna Pillai Shivanagam put a message that her mic is not working and she understood.
Right. Fine. Nivartana Silva.
Yes, sir, I'm okay.
Yeah, okay. Relax.
I'm okay, sir.
Okay.
We'll have
Question?
another 3 or 5 question, then it will be fine.
Yeah, good. Rochelle Pinto?
No doubt, sir.
Rochelle Pinto?
No
Sandharuan?
doubt, sir.
Sandharuan?
Okay, sir.
Sandharuan, okay. Shanita?
All good, sir.
Okay. Shamindri?
Okay, sir. All good.
Okay. TP Javira? And Udesh Jayasekara.
Okay, sir.
Okay, right, fine. About 5 people missing. I don't know whether they have a problem with their mics, right? Yeah. Krishna Pille Sivanjana has sent a message. I'm okay. So for him, mic was not working. Fine. So 4 people missing. Right. Now, tell me.
TP Javier and EAI Pera also raised their hands. I think some issues didn't
Raise their hands. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. Yeah, so that means almost everybody has understood. I am okay, sir. Thanks. Thank you so much. Why I'm so worried is I'm giving you 100%, so you have to grab all 100%, not 95. Right? Now we'll go back to a brightness question. Now don't mix up what we have done, but she asked a very valid question, right? Rightly, this is like this. You asked me the export bill purchase. Why can't we do? If it is correct me if I am wrong. What I understood from what you have asked is, if the export bill is 90 days DA, why can't we do the acceptance? The මොකද්ද ඇහුවේ මට ප්‍රශ්නේ මට හරියට mix up වුණා.
Yeah, so this is a DA bill, no, this is not a LC, but this is a DA export bill. So where the bank will not take any undertake. So how can we give a export bill discounting for them?
Sorry. The mic is not clear.
For this, since this export is done through DA terms,
yes,
not a LC terms,
yes,
where the bank is not the issuing bank, the exporter's bank is not taking any undertaking.
Very good. Very good question. Exporter's bank is not taking not take any undertaking, any obligations, because what we learned last week, if the export has done on DA terms, okay, that means not under LC, under collection. That's what you are telling me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If it is done under collection, right? This is very valid to the discussion, right? I understood in a different manner. This is very valid because we know if it is LC, then you have to, the issuing bank will give an irrevocable undertaking. But if it is DA collection, then the remitting bank will not remitting bank, collecting bank will not give it any undertaking, for payment. Okay. Then how we are going to discount the bill, and on the maturity, if they don't send me the money? That is your question.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Right. Exactly, that's the question. If they don't send me the money, what I'm going to do? The bank will lose, right? So that is why, if you are discounting, right? If you are discounting collection bills, you have to be very, very careful. Normally, any bank, if the customer is doing business on collection, then we are not entertaining any pre-bill purchases. We will do it only for very good customers, reliable customers, 100% against 100% cash cover. 100% cash cover or collateral. So that means when we are setting up the facility, of the customer, we have to ask those questions. Can you remember last week, the first or second slide which I have displayed? Amount of questions we have to ask, whether it's under under LC or collection. If it is collection under DP or DA, it is a percentage, right? And who is your other party? Is a reliable party, long term, all those things we have to ask. How much is a reliable party these days, this COVID period, right? All the countries are in trouble, right? The economies have gone down, right? Customers' business have gone down. So you have to be very, very careful. You have to be very careful. Then how we are going to do it? You have to cover your exposure. Otherwise, you won't give the facilities. We are giving the bill purchase facilities here when we are doing the sums. We assume that the facilities are in place. We assume the facilities are in place with the necessary security documentation, with collateral, right? Otherwise, this is 100% cash risk. 100% cash risk. Discount the bills under collection. That is why most of the banks, either they do not entertain or they do it against other collateral. Not the goods, other collateral. Either they can ask the customer to keep a property mortgage, not stock mortgage. Stock mortgages are not good, right? We can have a property mortgage. A property mortgage worth of 100 million rupee property, mortgage to the bank, and that will be the collateral. Based on that, we will prepare the facilities, right? Even for DC bills, when we are issuing LCs also, we are keeping a cover. We are keeping a cover, right? That is why I mentioned for DC bills, LC bills, I'm talking about exports, LC bills. Once you receive the acceptance, okay, then once you receive the acceptance, you can discount the bills, because then we are going for the bank's credit lines, issuing banks credit lines. But if it is the collection, even they send us the acceptance direct, what's the use of it? On the due date, if they are not paying, what's the use of it? It's much relevant. Only thing, they will send us a message saying that customer has not paid. Meanwhile, we have granted the facilities. Right? And then first we have sent the acceptance and we have granted the facilities. If the collecting bank has, if the remitting bank has taken it as granted, they are making a big foolish thing. That therefore they have to have other outside collateral to cover their exposure under collection. Right? Any questions? I'll give you.
Excuse me, sir. Ajit from Sampath Bank. In this scenario, if the avalanche bill received, can we accommodate bill purchasing facilities?
Yes. Yes. We did the avalanche bill last time, no? Right? So avalanche bills, yes. Avalanche bills means that the bank is giving an irrevocable undertaking to pay. that they will pay. So, avalanche bills, yes. I'll give you a nice example, Ajit. When I was with HSBC, Dubai, this has not happened to me, but since I was the regional head, all the regions will come to me for any issues now. My job was like the ombudsman. ලංකාවේ දැන් කරන්නේ ඕකම තමයි. ඔයගලන්ගේ බැංක් එකේ ඉඳන්ම ඔක්කොම බැංක්ස් වලින් I had a call from Sampath Bank 2 days back, 2 days back, 3 days back, right? Issues, right? Commercial bank issues, NPB issues. Then they call me, right? I really like that to help the people. Now, this has happened to HSBC Sharjah branch. HSBC Sharjah, they had a customer, and they had about 5 or 6 collection bills, 5 or 6 collection bills on that customer, right? And we have once the customer all DA bills. So once the customer has accepted the draft, the bank has informed the remitting bank. Collecting bank was HSBC, Sharjah. So they have informed the remitting bank, Vijay Bank, India. I can remember the name, Vijay Bank, India. Right? Out of that, 2 bills have not been settled on the due date. So the bank has sent altogether 7 bills. Bank has sent notices saying that these bills have not been paid. The bank has made a small mistake, not the same day, for a period of time. Then another 3 or 4 bills which were not paid, the bank overlooked to send the fate advice. They overlooked to send the fate advice. Then what had happened? After 5 months, after according to Article 26C, after 60 days, if the payment we were just waiting. We have not followed it up also. Got a mail from Vijay Bank saying that still they are waiting for money. We send back them the reply. How can we send? The customer has not settled the bills. No, how can you say like that? Because we have already discounted the bills and paid their customer. They have discounted the export bills, right? Now, then we said, why you did it? If you have done it, it is on your own risk, right? On your own risk. Why you are asking us? If you are discounting, you should have asked for some security and then do it. No. If the payment doesn't come through, if the non-payment paid telex is not come through on the due date, we assume that it will be paid, and normally it will not paid on the same day. After 2 days, 3 days, it can happen. Even in Sri Lanka these days, sometimes some payments are getting delayed due to scarcity of foreign currency, more than 1 week, 2 weeks, right? So the remitting bank is under the impression, okay, money will come. Nothing to worry, money will come. So they have discounted. Are they correct? The remitting bank is correct? the remitting bank is correct. Because the bank has not, HSBC has not acted as per the Article 26C. The fate telex has not gone. But based on that, to discount the bill, have they done the correct thing? If they want, they can do it. Their own baby. The security, they have to look after. Right? But as per the Article 1 to 26, everywhere we say, the bank is not, remitting bank, collecting bank is not taking any responsibility or obligation. They don't have any obligations to pay. If the customer pays, we will send. Otherwise, no. Again, a basis you are certifiable to it. Very interesting. අන්තිමේදී අපේ මිනිස්සුත් ඊට පස්සේ බලලා දිනා කස්ටමර්ට කියලා දෙනවා මේමයි මෙයා අහනවා කියලා අන්න කස්ටමර් ගැන හොයලා බැලුවා. බැලින්න මාස 5කට කලින් එයාට මැරිලා. නෑ මේ sorry මාස 5කට කලින් he has been sentenced as a bankrupt guy. The court has issued an order. His business has been bankrupt. There's a bankrupted guy. Bankrupted guy, with that, all that thing, he got a heart attack and he has died. Now, how to recover the money? There's no way of recovering the money. ඒක තමයි වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. හැබැයි අපේ කරද්දත් තිබුණා අපි යව්වේ නැති එක උඩ අරයා ඩිස්කවුන්ට් කරා නම් එයා බලා ගන්න ඕන. Any questions on that? This is a classic case study. I am discussing all these things. I want you guys to be specialists in what you are doing. Right? Ajit, now tell me, you are from Sampat Trade, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What do you think about this? Number one lesson you have to learn is do your job properly. Follow the guidelines of URC 522. Article 26C. If the payment has not been done, you have to send the fate telex. Now, this is a question I'm receiving very often these days. Banks are like, sir, sir. Now, on the due date, customer is prepared to pay. Customer is prepared to pay. But we can't convert it to dollars. No dollars in the market. Bank doesn't have dollars.
Yes.
Yes. Unfortunately, yes. Right? That's the situation. Then bank customer hari sumudu very honest. He is paying. He said, I will pay. In rupees, I will pay. You tell me the rate, I will pay. Because he has a very good relationship with the seller. So he wants to pay. He is not a culprit. Right? But you are also not a culprit. But your hands are tied. Fate telex due to the scarcity of foreign currency in our country. Don't ask me, I'm not going to give any reply. That is up to each bank bosses to decide. But how we are going to word the fate telex. You can easily say, but we have to think about our country. In time to come, it's going to be more difficult. It's going to be more difficult. Right. Okay. With that, call it a day. And sorry. You have I think we have done about 4 or 5 sums, right? And I have given you a lot. Please do it, right? Next week also, what do you think next week? Do you want me to spend about 1 hour to do the sums and then start another session?
Yes, it would be better, sir.
Yes,
It
sir.
would be better,
Yeah,
sir.
but I'm not going to. But I'm not going to go into details, right? Machine you have to mark your, you have to correct your answers. Do it and correct your answers. Earlier, what we did was the next week at the class, everybody will come and give me 30, 40 answer papers, which I'll take it home and mark it, and then and there, where you have made mistakes, with my comments I have given to you. You are missing that luxury. So you do it, and I will just go through it like a robo. You mark it and stop me if you have done a mistake, then we'll discuss. Right? Okay. Do it. Do all the questions.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. Then I think there are some questions for FCBU customers. Those things you would have to convert to rupees. FCBU daapua convert kanpa I lakuna bindu. That's why I am telling you, read very carefully. If you are FCBU customer, then the answer is very easy. Multiplication mistakes in it, right? Okay. Any more questions? Any more questions? No. Thank you very much.